I'm here to teach as well as to educate myself. Really quick, give it up for Mushroomless over here, the pizza place, King's Pizza. Give it up for the menu. I meant to do that at the beginning, but I'm just so about selling my body. I don't get to be a piece of meat, but not everyone here gets to see a firefighter's physique quite like this. I'm not a firefighter though, I am what you may call unemployed. Or as my dating apps say, capital venturist right now. I'm actually 5'10", but according to the dating apps, I'm 6 feet tall. Because it's about confidence, right? It's about being confident and nice to each other. You know, I was talking to a gentleman outside earlier. I have big dick energy, but I walk around and carry it with small dick humility. That is the secret, and ladies, you can do it too, because I know the ladies who are coming up here tonight with the utmost confidence, y'all got big clit energy. Do not let that go. I'm saying we need to believe in ourselves. Believe in yourself if you're coming up to perform tonight. I believe in myself. I still use shampoo because I believe in myself. Don't you laugh at me. You full-headed made up hair, you. How dare you? It doesn't work. Yes, I was born in 1990, but my hairline was born in 1978. Can you tell? But you know what? Balding implies you've lost hair. My hair moved. You know, when this started disappearing, this is when this all came in. That's right, more skin. More skin for everybody. I'm not bald up here because I have hair rich in here. In my heart. Okay? Oh, we're having fun. I just want to be sexy. That's all I want to be known as. That's why I've come out as pansexual, because I just want everyone to know you got a shot, you know? I'm not picky, but in your case, I am very, very picky. Actually, do you have a health plan? Because that's the first question on my questionnaire. Do you have health care? Because I don't. I will marry for benefits. I absolutely will do that. Oh God. I'm not even getting tips, you right? You know, but I'm dressed like I should be getting tips. You know, oh man. I just, you know what, I want to talk about this because I haven't talked about this in a while, and I realized, did you guys hear the news this week? I haven't been paying attention. Trump is no longer president. Did you guys know this? Nobody told me. It hasn't been on the news anywhere. The last 2 days I saw a picture of an old man really bundled up being spread all over the internet. That's all anyone can talk about. But I didn't know. I can't do my Trump impression anymore. I can't. It's over. It's garbage. But you guys are comics and media material. That's why we're here. So I am willing to teach you all how to do a Trump impression. So you can take it to lunch, impress your friends, maybe try it on safe tonight, okay? So this is how you guys do a Trump impression, right? You gotta just make sure every one of your sentences ends with your mouth in the shape of a butthole. And then if you can make sure that your eyes look a little bit like your mouth, you have successfully achieved the trademark Trump trying a space. Tremendous. Okay, good. We're going to get this mic started for you guys. I accept dollars in the waistband all night long. Okay? So first up to come up to the stage, the man who brings us all together. He owns the microphone, the speakers. I swear to God, if you get it wet, you're going to get a lap dance from me, and that is not a bonus. Please, give it up for Paco Loco!
Yeah! Max Lehman, red as hell, dog. You gotta stay out the sun, dog. That shit not healthy. He just be out there like, damn, he don't even work out. He just gonna take his clothes off. It's okay. Oh, what's going on, y'all? My name Paco Loco. I'm from Philadelphia. Can't really tell because I look like I'm local, right? I don't know. Everywhere I go, people start talking to me in pidgin. I'm like, excuse me? Like, when I'm in the East Coast, I'm Puerto Rican, of course, and down south I'm Cuban, and when I'm out west, I'm Mexican, and when I'm in the Midwest, they think I'm Navajo Indian or some shit. Like, my brother, he was in the army, and he fought 2 tours in Iraq, and he saw all the Iraqi people. He was like, yo, you know what the Iraqi people look like? I was like, what? Like they Puerto Rican. Like, oh shit. When I get here, you know what they call me? Aquaman, yeah. It's crazy as hell they call me Aquaman, because I am the last one to be called Aquaman, because I can't swim. How the hell Aquaman scared of the water? That'd be me. They call me Sandman, Landman, Parking Lot Man. But in the water, no, you gonna catch me. I'm terrified. There's shit in that water that will fuck you up. You know this? There's shit in that water. Like, for instance, plain as hell, sharks. Sharks are in that. You know where there's orange sharks at? Right here. Right here. No sharks. We safe. You know where they at? Right over there in the water. You're not safe in that water over there. You're not safe in that water over there. There's sharks in that water. And the scary thing is about they're curious. These are curious animals. Like, they don't even eat humans. They friendly. They just want to see what we are. And they come, and you know how instead of just like bumping us, you know what they do to check on us? They bite us. What the fuck? I don't understand how we ain't killed all these creatures already. Like, for real. Like, they bite us because they're curious. And then they sell it in the news that you're gonna get some kind of warning, like, it's gonna make some type of noise before it hits you. No, that's false, y'all. They don't make no noise. You think it's gonna be in the water, you gonna hear it? Doo-dum, 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 doo-dum. You don't hear none of that shit. You just be in the water, just, where's my foot? Like, it's gone. And that's not even the worst thing in the water. You know what's the worst thing in the water, in my personal opinion? The jellyfish. Fuck yeah, you ain't ever stung by a jellyfish?
From Boston, yeah.
From Boston, you got stuck, there's jellyfish in Boston? How come y'all ain't killed them all yet? Like,
I don't know, man.
You figure the code's gonna kill them, right? And they come around, they invade us like once a month too. Like, I don't know why, they all come at the same time, and they all over the place. We put signs all over the place to stay out of the fucking water. And people still jump in the water, like, they don't believe it until it hits them. Like the corona. Like, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna believe it. So you be in the water just chilling, all of a sudden a boogie snot just gonna come attack you. Like, you don't even see it till it's too late. What's that? You all stung up. And then you think, oh, this is a bad day. No. It gets worse, folks. It gets worse. As you sitting there, the lifeguard gonna come over and like, go get the medicine. You know what the medicine is? This motherfucker gonna pee on you. Urine is a cure. There's something in ammonia or something that when they pee on you, it cures the jellyfish thing. And I'm sitting there, what kind of Dr. R. Kelly shit is this? You know what I mean? What's this? And how many scientific arrangements did you go through to make this happen? How did you find out? Did you first smear poop all over this thing? Like, does this work? This work? No, it's not working. How about some jizz and skeet, that work? Nah, but how about piss? Oh, that feel good, that's it. Crazy out there, yo. Speaking of the COVID, I passed the test, y'all. Woo! I took the test. I passed it. I was scared of hell they was gonna stick a big ass stick in my nose. And I'm like, this is some bullshit again. They're gonna stick a stick in my nose and give me the corona. That's what I'm scared. They're gonna take the corona and boom, there we go. Now you got it. But no, they made me take a spit test. What it was, I had an event to MC. Like, they tested everybody for this event that I was about to MC this weekend. Turns out, I'm the only one without the corona. Ain't this some shit? There's a whole bunch of young people, they all got it. I hope they live. But like, it's 99% survivable, so they could be all right. Like, you know what's not 99% survivable? My Uber rides. I'm an Uber driver. Like, that shit's 50-50. Like, if we gonna get there, it's a 50-50 chance we all gonna die in this car. So I'm just happy. What else happened this week? He was talking about the Donald Trump. Let me try it. Everybody was trying the impression. Yes, it's tremendous. I'm the only president to get impeached twice. Yo, impeachment ain't what it used to be. You remember in the social studies class, we thought like the impeachment was like the balance of the No, he's been impeached twice. He's out of office. They still trying to impeach him. Like, ain't this some shit? I thought they was gonna have to go get Donald Trump though. Cause you ever been fired from a job? You know, you get fired from a job and you know, like, this is some old bullshit. Y'all gonna fire me? Like, y'all gonna fire me? Like, I had security called on me several times in my life. Because I look mean, and when I get up, I get mean and shit. So, yeah, I almost got arrested. I didn't get arrested though. But you know what I noticed about Hawaii too? I'm from Philly, and being here in Hawaii, like, Everything ain't seen. Everything that's beautiful in Hawaii is super dangerous. Have y'all noticed this? Everything beautiful. Like you ever go to the beach and you overlook to the side, they got these cliffs, these beautiful cliffs, and the water's crashing up on the cliffs, and it's just splashing and rainbows and all this beautiful stuff going on. Like, yo, that's so beautiful. Enjoy it from where you at. Don't go over there, yo. Like the tourists, boy, they be trying to kill themselves. Like all the tourists, they be like, you ever heard of this place called Stairway to Heaven? It's on the west side, the north side of Kaneohe. They got this place where it's like this ridge up a mountain. The most dangerous shit you ever gonna do in your life. But if you Google right now places to see in Hawaii, Stairway to Heaven. Like this, more people has died from that shit. Like that's so crazy. People want to go see it. Like where everything that's beautiful is dangerous in Hawaii. There was another instance. You ever see a monk seal in Hawaii? You know what a monk seal? Like they got these monk seals, and they got these laws in Hawaii where you can't mess with the monk seal. It's kapu. You gonna mess with it. Don't touch it. Leave it alone. You know why that is? That's for your safety. That monk seal will fuck you up if you get close to it. It's beautiful. Enjoy it from afar. Don't get up close to it. That monk seal will bite the shit out you, bite you. Like he not curious. He cute in the face. He will fuck you up. Like, you know what else? I was talking to another tourist. He was like, I love the Hawaiian tattoos. Everybody got tattoos. Where did you get your tattoos? I was like, right down the street. Like it's real cheap. You go right there. She was like, I saw this one guy. He was an old Asian guy with this beautiful full body tattoo. And I'm like, an old Asian guy with full body tattoo? Get the fuck away from that man. That man is dangerous. That is a mob boss. I don't know if you know the history of Asian culture, but old people don't get tattoos unless you're in a Yakuza. Yeah. That dude is in a Yakuza, the triad. She was like, it's a tiger. He had a beautiful tiger wrapped around him. Like, yeah, that means he's a trained assassin, yo. He's killed a lot of people to earn that tattoo. He's like, I wanted to take a picture. Don't take their picture, lady. You take their picture, you gonna fuck around getting ninjas visiting your hotel room, coming in the middle of the night, like, shh, give us the job. Like, oh shit, like, here you go, sir. It's dangerous. You gotta be careful about Hawaii. Like, you know, I'm just, all this stuff, you know, the 5G's coming out. Y'all getting the 5G? Y'all heard about this? The technology's just really, really going out crazy. They got this thing called 5G. I'm not gonna get it, because I still think that shit causes the corona. Remember in the beginning, we all thought it was the 5G, and it turns out it was us. Like, but I was scared of the 5G. I don't know. I'm gonna let it run. My porn runs fine. Like, I don't need it to run any faster. Like, I'm good. I mean, I'm good with the 5G. I'm good. But there's a lot of stuff that's going on, like the smart cars. I don't understand what's up with the smart cars. Like, there's smart cars with smart TV, the assistants. Like, oh, it's a lot of stuff all at once. You know this all, where this technology comes from, right? Aliens, straight up. Does anybody know how to fix a smartphone? Does anybody, other than turn it off or turn it on? Like, for real, like, is there any, have you ever been to that scene of a repair shop? The most they'll repair is the glass on the screen. Everything else, they just gonna take it back to the alien. Like, here you go, Mr. Mark Zuckerberg. Here you go. Fix this for me. How the hell is Mark Zuckerberg? Was it Mark Zuckerberg or the other one that's in charge of the coronavirus investigation? Like Steve Jobs, the one, right? Like, how the hell is Steve Jobs gonna keep the virus out of me? He can't keep the virus out of my computer. Yeah, some shit. We gotta get Norton on this, you know what I mean? Yeah. We gotta get Norton. I trust Norton. He always got the antivirus. All right, one quick one. Just want to give a little message for everybody. Is we gotta eat healthy. We gotta come together as a people. The only way for us to come together as a people and be one people is to have a lot of interracial sex. Yes, go find somebody from another race and go fuck them. Because when you fuck somebody from another race, you're not fucking for yourself. You fucking for all your peoples. All your peoples. Because next time that girl's like, ooh, I've been with a Puerto Rican once. I love all Puerto Ricans. That's because of me. My name's Paco Loco. Thanks for listening. You can find this on YouTube. Paco Loco Hawaii is my YouTube station.
Thank you, Paco. Paco Loco, everyone. Paco Loco. He makes everybody go loco with all of his ideas. So in case you felt that was going on a little long, I just want you guys to know you get a 10-minute time limit. How about that, right? Right? That's amazing. 10 minutes? It's the only open mic in Hawaii, though. That's the trade-off. So it's like, you gotta stuff it all in town. You know, I'm from the East Coast, you know, and I mentioned that before, so like I do a lot of stuff in New York City. Trying to do like 4 open mics, you gotta like write 2 subways and maybe do a bucket and then maybe get 3 minutes in and not show your dick. That's the hardest part about New York City comedy. Not showing your genitalias. Just talk about them. That's a comedy tip for everyone involved. 10-minute time limit, don't show us your genitals. Ladies, however, I am feminist, free the nipple. Free the nipple, I am a okay, that did not, you know, women don't like it when you say you're a feminist right before the bill shows up. You ever notice that? This is why I can't be single. I'm not single. I can't be single. I am rebranding. I am an undrafted free agent. Okay, nobody signed ahead of you, so now I'm going to bring up your next comedian. She has lived in New York City. She has been featured in the background of a New York Times Arts section article, and she is going to be doing a virtual show on Tuesday night, which means it doesn't matter where you live, she's going to be invading a Zoom call somewhere. Ladies and gentlemen, please put it together for Julia Ogilvy!
What an awesome intro. Thanks, man. That was so cool. Hey, so yeah, I'm from here, born and raised in Manoa. It's totally fair if you don't believe me, because I know I look like I'm from Nebraska. Yeah, living in New York City, one night, really late at night, I was on the subway headed home, and this guy approaches me and starts hitting on me really aggressively. And I was too tired to ask him politely to leave me alone. But I do know a little sign language, so I randomly started signing, please leave me alone. And he backs away and he's like, whoa, this bitch is deaf. And I felt so guilty for pretending to be deaf, but it was really effective. And I would have pulled it off if I hadn't have gone, who are you calling bitch? Alright, this is not joke. Hey man, how's it going? The pandemic's been tough on my dating life. I don't know, I'm on the dating apps, but they can be so fake. I want to see true stuff on men's profiles, like their medications, fears, how much they cried during the first 10 minutes of Pixar's Up. And I'm on Bumble, but all of men's Bumble profiles are all the same. They're like, I love the outdoors, being active, and going for a drink. And just to weed out those dudes, my profile says, I love the indoors, not moving, and shooting up heroin. Oh my gosh, the other day I was outside of Starbucks. This dude approaches me, super sweet dude, starts talking to me, and he was a tugboat man. He said professionally, he's a tugboat man. And he asked me out, and I had the thought for the first time in my life, what would I do with a tugboat man? And I turned him down, but I've always regretted it. It's like, what would I do with a tugboat man? So much. We're trying to
Tugboat rides.
What?
Tugboat rides.
Yes. I was on a couple of dates with this amazing guy from Iran, and one night we were sharing stories about tough moments we'd had in our lives. And when he was 20, he got arrested and tortured by the Iranian government for putting on a play they didn't agree with. And I was like, oh my God, we have so much in common. Yesterday, my mom took me on a whale watching boat. I almost got nauseous and then didn't see whales until the very end. We're trying not to leave. No, yeah. I love how intimate this space is, because you're like, yeah. One night I tried this joke, I looked at this lady and she was just like, oh. I was like, yes. I'm envious. Whoops, Daisy. I'm envious of joggers because they're so motivated. They're like getting their heart rate up and they're building muscle, and meanwhile I'm watching them through my window eating my morning cake. But it's more like my mid-morning cake because I'd already downed a malasada by dawn. I don't handle embarrassment well. You handle it amazing. You look so great. I'm sorry, I was distracted. Back to my joke. Okay. Yeah, I don't handle embarrassment well. in high school, we were on our way. My mom was driving me to school, and we were at a red light, and it was Christmas time, so I was singing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, living my best life. Like, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer had a very shiny nose like a light bulb. And then I look out of my window, and the hottest guy in the whole school is standing there just looking at me, and I didn't know what to do, so I go, back me up on the chorus, motherfucker! And now, whenever I get embarrassed and I fuck up, I just double down and add motherfucker. One time I was playing bingo and this woman was like, oh no, you don't have bingo on. I was like, no, you don't have bingo, motherfucker! No, that was a tag and it didn't work. Okay. I grew up at Kahala Mall, and like chilling as a kid. And at 5 years old, I saw my dad play Santa, and it was a lot. He was in the full getup, going ho ho ho, and the kids were telling him what they wanted for Christmas. And I was terrified that Santa would be mad at my dad for impersonating him without his permission. So afterwards, I run up to my dad. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? He sees you when you're sleeping. Oh. I don't write stand-up in a diary. Oh, no, I fucked up the joke. I like writing stand-up in a diary. I win today. I gotta drink after this shit. I'm like, this is going to make it. But yeah, I don't like writing stand-up in a... I like writing stand-up in a diary, not a notebook. Yeah, that's right. It's an actual diary. It's pink, sparkly, and has a real lock on it. Because I have secrets worth keeping. What's inside of a notebook? Someone's dumbass podcast ideas? Let's see. How about a show where every week we discuss a different Beach Boys song and we'll call it Pod Only Knows? Or we'll do a show about the 70s show Maude, where we only interview guests whose name is Maude, and we'll call it And Then There's Pod. Or we could we could teach elderly CBS viewers how to get on Facebook and call it Pod Friended Me. And it's like, I have quality material that I write in my diary, okay, like which barista I have a crush on at Starbucks. You guys are like super helpful, like thank you so much, because it's like all truth right now. It's just nothing but the truth. I'll just finish on this. I grew up with depression, and it was yay, sadness. And it was tough here because the vibe is like, oh, if you're sad, just look up at the sky. And that's why I love being a New Yorker, because no one tries to cheer you up. Besides, if I did look up, a pigeon would just shit on my forehead and someone would steal my wallet. All right, thanks, guys.
Julia Ogilvy, everyone. She went to Juilliard. What? Is that not true? That's what you told me. It's what your Bumble says. You would know that if you didn't swipe left on me. I didn't see it. I know you in real life. It's great. You know what's great about Bumble? I really like the restraining of like knowing that a woman can't, like she gets the power to message me first, but then you also get like the 24-hour item veto. You know what I mean? Like I don't have to say hi to you, but like if I choose not to act in 24 hours, then you're just gone from my life. I'm like, that's too much power. I matched with a woman while I was here. I've been matching with a couple women while I'm here because out on the East Coast, I'm a fucking bump. But here, this pasty skin and this receding hairline, I'm exotic in Hawaii. Did you guys know that? I actually had a virtual date a couple weeks ago. This is not a bit. This might be a bit. But I had because I didn't write it out. It's just a story. I had a virtual date with this woman. And like we were being flirtatious. She was kinky and poly, and I was like, I'm kind of into that. Like I'm open to polyamory now. Like I was asked out by a woman a few months ago who's polyamorous, and she already had 2 other partners, right? She asked me out, and I froze up because I realized, am I really ready to give a woman a third of the attention she needs to feel fulfilled? So. But like this woman in question, like we had a virtual date, and it was going fine, 20 minutes. It felt like it was like really awkward, jumbly conversation. She was like kind of shifty. She didn't even like dress up. Like I took a shower and deodorized for a virtual date Do you understand that level? I comb my hair at least, you know, what I have of it. For a virtual date, I put on cologne. And she's like wrapped up in 3 blankets on her bed. And I'm just like, okay, all right, so one of us gave an effort, that's fine. But she's like shifting around, and then she just like 20 minutes into the call said, well, I gotta go, I have a meeting with some clients, bye. And I didn't talk to her again until 2 days later when she messaged me to let me know, hey, I'm really sorry I ended our date early. I just thought you were jerking off the entire time. I mean, the angle, this is the angle. This is my phone. This is the angle coming after me. I don't know what I was doing other than my hands not just being visible on camera to give off that. Like, I get that I look like Louis C.K. a little bit. But the difference between me and Louis is that I'm really into it when you're into it, that I'm going to jerk off in front of, like, I know, I still want to jerk off in front of you, but I like it when you know, and I like it when you're encouraging me. You guys, you know that for you. You know that fucking category, you little slut. All right. This, by the way, folks, please stick around. This is the rest of the night. Just me complaining why nobody wants this firefighter's body. Okay? But I'm going to bring up your next comic. He's someone brand new to me, and that means he's possibly brand new to you. And I really hope all the comics, come on in, brother. I love the t-shirt. You ever think about cutting off the middle, turning that shit into a midriff?
It's like a whole thing.
Alright, no worries. Take a seat. This guy BYO'd his own B. No worries. Folks, I'm bringing up your next level of entertainment. Do you have anything in there for me? Maybe it's $1. Who knows? But ladies and gentlemen, please give it up for your next comic, Jordan Pose!
Hey, look at us, man.
Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much for coming out. You know, me and Paco, right? We actually worked together, or at least we did. I kept trying to get him to do his bits at work so I could get him fired for harassment. Didn't work. We didn't work together. That's because Paco looks like he sells meth out of the back of a vinyl store and makes more money out of the vinyls. Please don't take offense to that joke. I need that now, please. I'm seeing a lot of new faces tonight, which is nice because it means I can use old material, so that's great. Thank you so much. Let's get into that, why don't we? My name is Jordan Post. I'm from a little town called Rochester, New York, and I come from an Italian family. And when I say I come from an Italian family, there are probably some preconceptions that come to mind. And I'm here to tell you, you're right. You're correct on every point. You're right. One of the preconceptions is that everyone has a cousin in the mafia. And I'm not going to say I have a cousin in the mafia, but what I will say is I have a cousin that delivers pizza for $100,000 a year. It's good pizza. It's not $100,000 worth of pizza. Like, what does the gratuity on a $100,000 piece of pizza look like? Like, oh, thank you for the pizza, and here's my daughter. Like, what? What do you do? Another preconception is that we homeschool a lot, which, if you didn't know by the way I look and the way I dress and the way I act, I was homeschooled. Thank you for noticing. When you're homeschooled, you learn 2 things, ladies and gentlemen. Number 1, that Jesus is good, and 2, vaccines are bad. Now I'm an adult, I believe the exact opposite, so sorry, Mom, but it is what it is. Once I did that joke, this is kind of aggressive. Once I did that joke for a crowd, and someone in the crowd, as soon as I said I was homeschooled, he goes, "Who'd you take to prom, your mom or your sister?" That's a good heckle. That's a really good heckle. But I was fast, I was quick. I heckled back, I was like, "I took the dog," which is never a good response for anything. The final preconception about small Italian families is that everyone's drunk all the time, which again is correct. Everyone's drunk all the time. It was so bad. It got to the point where the dog would slur his barks. We kept catching him putting like Kahlua in his puppuccino. He kept paying the cat to like bark at the mailman for him. We had to have an intervention. We were like, "Come on, man, don't you want to see 5 like dude?" We ended up sending him to rehab, or at least that's what Mom told 7-year-old me. I never saw that guy again. I like that joke a lot. Look. Yeah. What was I talking about? I completely forgot when I was reminded of my dead dog. Drinking. Okay. Those go hand in hand. I'm no different when it comes to drinking in an Italian family. I had my first drink at the supple young age of a fetus. So, if you couldn't tell, she was like, "Oh, that's why his head and neck are the same size." Are you from the Midwest, man? Alaska. Okay. I can tell from your vibe. Very chilly vibe. That's a bad joke. Let's get on some news. Did anyone get the talk like way too young? Like the sex talk? Way too young? Like 11? I'm sitting in my room, I'm playing with a Thomas the Train Engine, and my dad comes in and starts talking to me about sex. Like, dude, read the room. The playroom. I like that joke. But he was funny about it. My dad was funny about it. He comes to me and says, Jordan, sex is a lot like a roller coaster. Your mom hates roller coasters. I'm like, yeah, Dad. She had separates cancer. That shit kind of takes it out of you. That's true. My mom is a cancer survivor. She went in through an OB. Thank you. I'll let her know you clapped. Thank you. Anyways, she goes into her OBGYN and she's doing a checkup, and the OBGYN goes, uh-oh, which is the second worst thing you can hear at an OBGYN. The first one being, it's terminal. So he goes, you have a growth. And my mom goes, uh-oh, which is the second worst thing you can say at an OBGYN. The first being, I'm keeping it. But she had a growth, and she battled with that growth for 9 months. 9 months. And she gave birth to my sister. But no, my mom did have cancer while she was pregnant with my sister, and I don't know if being pregnant, if being in the womb while your mother has cancer has side effects. But what I will say is that my sister's nose is cosmetic. It doesn't work. It does not work. That has not stopped her from becoming a college athlete. She's still on a soccer scholarship. However, it is hilarious to watch her drink because she has to keep stopping to take breaths. Just sit there, she'll drink. And go right back to it. It's like a dog. It's hilarious. I love it. What else has been going on with tonight? Oh, I don't know if y'all are paying attention to a little town called Nashville, but a bomb went off in Nashville. How insane is that? Like, as if 2020 was not bad enough, the coronavirus, the QAnon bullshit, and the fucking president, they had a bomb go off in downtown Nashville, Tennessee. And the way that it happened was so weird, you guys. There was a van parked outside of an AT&T building, and a speaker on the van goes, this van will self-destruct in 15 minutes. And then it fucking did. What? If I'm walking down the street and a van says, this van will self-destruct, I'm gonna go, ha, that's funny, and keep walking towards the fucking van, because vans don't blow up. But this one did. So now we gotta worry about vans blowing up. Alright, well that's my time. Thank you guys so much. Let's get the host back out here. Thank you guys so much.
Jordan Post, everyone! Jordan Post! Now, if you want to stay clean, you can't be heard through the mask, but come on, we're all friends. See, you got something there?
I don't know.
I'm not getting paid for this, so I accept free alcohol.
Wondering
I know, I don't pay attention. You
on.
don't work for it. Do you see this outfit? You think I pay for stuff?
I've seen your Segway card.
Thank you. We're gonna fuck. Alright. I'm gonna bring up your next comic in a very moment. I just want to remind everyone out here that the show is inside. The show is inside. It's a very intimate space. Hi, miss, are you a customer? Then the show is definitely inside. I know, there's plenty of room. Please don't be discouraged. Yes, there is. Yes, there is, ma'am. Oh my gosh. I've never met you before. Would you like to see a comedy show?
Sure, but I'm gonna watch it right here.
And with that all being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to bring up all the way from Knoxville, Tennessee. She's a nurse, so she doesn't really need this. However, that doesn't mean she's not going to be funny at all. I think I said that right. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Miss Pamela Langston!
So, if a banana had a mouth, would it be on the outside of the skin or the inside? Like, would you peel it? And when you peeled it, it went, thank you so much. So fucking hot in there. That's what I would sound like if I were a banana with a mouth. How are you guys doing?
As he said, my name is Pamela Langston. I am from Knoxville, Tennessee. I was born in Somerville, New Jersey. That was, listen, 47 years is a fucking long time ago. How long am I expected to remember this shit, right? Shit. I am a nurse. I'm here to work, and when the coronavirus pandemic started, I was working in a neuro ICU in Knoxville, Tennessee, and they started to really jerk me around, like give me too many patients, fuck with my schedule, you know, just really shit on me, and I was like, you know, I'm getting jerked around for $26 an hour. Why don't I go get jerked around for $86 an hour? Like, that sounds like a better deal, right? So I'm still getting jerked around. It's just it pays better, and I appreciate it. But I'm liking it here in Hawaii. I might say, I don't know. I had an experience at a laundromat the other day. So I needed to do some clothes, and I go to this laundromat in Waikiki. It's the closest one, and I'm waiting for my clothes to get done, and I'm standing at the change machine, and this man walks in with a giant bag of clothes and a baby carrier. He's by himself, and I just turn and smile because it's a baby. It's cute, you know. I'm happy that this dad is spending time with his baby, even if it's just at the laundromat. And this, coupled with the fact that I have green hair, evidently makes him stare at me. And a minute later, his girlfriend shows up, and she is very upset that he is staring at me. Now, I am not so hot and sexy. I know it's fully because I'm white and I have green hair. Like, I understand it's not because I'm gorgeous. And she says, oh, you left me behind. I see you want to get here so you can be alone with her? Be alone with a holla bitch? And I'm like, what? Oh God, if there could ever open up a portal and I could just walk through it, could it be this moment, please? And if this could be the moment, and it was not the moment, and I had to stand there and listen to them argue for several minutes. And finally they moved on to argue about something else. That kid though, that kid's gonna have a great life, right? Idyllic childhood, like, now I'm you know, now I'm feeling good about my childhood with two alcoholic parents, you know, at least they had a washer and dryer, right? Like, that's good. That's privilege right there, guys. Oh man. But I'd like to hear, I'm getting used to taking care of patients who have a strong language barrier. Back home, I could muddle along in Spanish long enough to get through to most of my Spanish-speaking patients, and that was the extent of my language experience. But now I have people who speak Tagalog and Ilocano and Chiquis. And last night I had a Chiquis patient, a Chiquis-speaking patient, super nice man. We could communicate a little bit, yes, no, piss jug, you know, that kind of thing. And I was checking him out, and I was like, you need some socks with like grip on the bottom because you're gonna fall on this floor. So I'm gonna get you some socks, okay? And he said, okay. So I come back to give his medicine, and I'm standing here at the computer scanning in his medicine, and he said, do you have sex? And I just went, and he goes, for my feet. And I'm like, oh, Jesus, I forgive you for that not giving me the portal to go through thing now. I really did not want to discuss my sex life or lack of it with this Chiquis-speaking man with one leg. I only had to bring in one sock, by the way. Very economical. So I have a kid. Does anybody have kids in here? Awesome. My son is 15 years old. He's total fucking badass. He's not. He's a heavy gamer. One of the things that he does in his gaming life is he plays a heavily modded version of a Clone Wars game where they like do an immersive role play of being a Clone Wars soldier, of being a clone trooper. So they address each other by their clone trooper name. They don't talk about anything else. They don't talk about their mom or school or child support or anything. You know, because that's what I would talk about. And he's evidently risen through the ranks rather quickly. You have to apply to go up in the ranks in this game. Like, you have to make a formal application if you're going to rank up. And he's somehow he can't pass chemistry, but he's managed to rise to the rank of executive officer of his own company. I'm super proud, and this makes my ovaries burst with pride. One day I picked him up to go out to eat because he lives with his dad most of the time, and it took him a while to get ready, and I asked him why, and he said, "Oh yeah, I'm really sorry, Mom, but it ran kind of late because I was having a disciplinary meeting with one of my guys." And I was like, a disciplinary meeting? You have to discipline your soldiers? And he's like, well, yeah, sometimes. That's part of my job. And I'm like, this is pretty cool. You're higher ranking than I thought. I said, well, what did you have to discipline him for? And he said, well, this is an immersive RP. You can't talk about mundane stuff. So this guy was trying to get people to listen to SoundCloud. And I was like, so you had to call him down because he's a SoundCloud rapper and he wouldn't shut up about it. And he's like, yeah, pretty much. And I was like, how old is this guy? And he said, oh, 22. And I said, does he know you're 15? Does he know you're already at the top of the corporate ladder? But that's pretty great. Back when he was 12, I'll leave you guys with this story because this is like the piece de resistance. So I can see his YouTube searches, and at 12, most of his YouTube searches were like 20 best parkour fails or 88 ways to kick ass in Fortnite, you know, all stuff like that. And so in between all of that, somehow I was looking for my usual, you know, bad lip reading so I could laugh at Yoda. And there's in there how to masturbate. And I'm like, well, I mean, I'm glad he's using the internet for its intended purpose. But I really was a little hurt that he didn't come and ask me or his dad. Oh, okay, me. Yeah, because I'm obviously the expert. And listen, you don't start at 7 and not get good at it, okay? You don't. 40 years of this, I'm an expert. But when I saw him again, I reminded him that I could see his YouTube searches, and he said, oh. And then he put his arm around me, and he said, oh, Mom, you got nothing to worry about. It didn't work. And I was like, it didn't work? Listen, I'm a silver medalist. And your father lettered in it in high school. That's what the M on his jacket stood for. But it didn't work. And he said, oh, I think I'm just not ready. I think I'm just not ready yet. And I was like, that's very mature. That's very mature. And, but I asked him about it again a couple of months later. And he said, oh, oh no, I was totally ready. I was just doing it wrong. And I was like, you definitely needed my help. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.
Pamela, Langston, everyone. Oh, there's your mask right there. We only have 47 more comedians to go this evening. No, I'm just kidding. Everyone, please stick around. I hope you enjoyed the show so far. You know,